Let's begin deep in the darkness of an Egyptian prison. You've got two of Pharaoh's most important ministers locked away, both of them totally spooked by these strange dreams they've had. But they're not alone. There's another prisoner with them, Joseph. And in what sounds like a simple dream from the cupbearer, Joseph is about to hear something incredible. Not just a personal fortune, but a stunning prophecy for his entire people.
So the cupbearer starts telling his dream, and it begins with these simple words. I mean, to him, it's just a detail, right? The setting. But you have to put yourself in Joseph's shoes, hearing this in the absolute depths of a Mitzri prison. For him, that one single image, the vine, it was everything. It was the key.
So what was it about this image that completely electrified Yosef? I mean, what did he understand that the cupbearer couldn't possibly have grasped? Let's dive in and break down how this seemingly ordinary dream transformed into a powerful message of national destiny.
Okay, so this wasn't just any plant. For Joseph, the grapevine was this profound ancient symbol. He immediately recognized it for what it was, a metaphor for the Jewish people themselves. It was a symbol of their journey, their struggles, and ultimately their destiny.
You see, the dream wasn't about one man's fate. No way. Joseph understood it was about the national fate of Israel. He was, in a way, the first seed of that vine, sent down to be planted in Egypt. And this dream was hinting at the whole story. The story of that very vine being plucked from Mitzrayim, from Egypt, to be planted back in its own land.
Now you might be thinking, wait, the book of Tehillim, or Psalms, was written way later. And you're right, but the metaphor itself was an ancient one. So when Yosef heard the word vine, he immediately heard Israel. But it was three other specific details in that dream that turned this powerful symbol into an urgent, absolutely thrilling message of hope.
First detail, 3 branches. The Midrash tells us these weren't just branches on a plant. Joseph understood them to be the 3 future leaders from the tribe of Levi who would one day guide the people out of Egypt: Moshe, Aharon, and Miriam. The whole process of Geilah, the redemption, was literally being revealed to him.
As amazing as that was, here's where it gets really mind-blowing. It was the second detail that was the true revelation. It was the impossible, absolutely supernatural speed of the vine's growth. This one detail contradicted everything Yosef already knew about the long, painful exile that was decreed for his people.
Just look at this. The cupbearer describes a process that should take months, going from a tiny bud to a blossom to a fully ripe grape, and it all happens almost instantly. It was this continuous, miraculous event, a supernatural sign that just completely defied the laws of nature.
See, Joseph knew the prophecy. He knew all about the Brit Bein HaBeitarim, the covenant between the parts that was made with his great-grandfather Abraham. And this covenant decreed that his descendants would be strangers in a foreign land for 400 long years, a heavy, painful sentence.
And this, right here, is the crucial point. The impossible speed of that vine was a secret message of hope. It meant the 400-year decree wasn't absolute. The painful exile could be shortened. Redemption could arrive as Shishena. It could be hastened. It could come before its appointed time, and in a beautiful, swift, and positive way.
But hold on, the prophecy didn't even stop there. The final piece of this incredible puzzle connects Joseph's interpretation in that dark prison cell directly to the Passover Seder that we celebrate to this very day. It's just amazing.
Get this, the Midrash teaches that these 4 stages of the vine's miraculous growth are the very source for the 4 cups of wine we drink on Seder night. The branches growing, that corresponds to the first cup. The blossoming, the second. The clusters forming, the third. And the grapes finally ripening, the 4th cup. Each cup we drink is literally marking a step in that swift, miraculous freedom that Joseph saw in the dream.
So the real takeaway here is that this story, interpreted by Joseph in the darkest of places, provides a model for redemption in every single generation. This isn't just about what happened way back then. It's about what is always possible.
And this is really the ultimate lesson, isn't it? It teaches us that even when things seem completely bleak, when we feel trapped in our own exiles, the potential for a swift and beautiful redemption is already there. It's like a single shoot of life just waiting for the right moment to blossom.
You know, the excitement Joseph must have felt wasn't just for some historical event centuries down the road. It was for a timeless principle, that we too can merit a redemption that is beautiful, that is complete, and that arrives sooner than we could ever imagine. This ancient dream reminds us that even in the deepest, darkest pit, the vine of hope is always
always ready to blossom.